She's funny. All right, what is up, everybody? Bull Riders Trading here. We're trading the Sunday Open. We opened 4 minutes ago. Had a little gap down here. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. Had a gap down, opened way down here at the 413. Oh no, sorry, 418 level. Just about 418 was the low exactly, and we got bought right back up to the 500s. All right, it could get interesting here. We're on our 25K daytraders.com account right now, and just looking to get about $450 with one contract. So we're kind of scalping this out. Let's go over here to my trading view charts because I have NQ already charted out on here. As you can see, we did close below this this recent low that we had on Friday, so we're gonna see if we can kind of go up here and close this gap, maybe break back through this. I don't really know. We gotta wait and be patient. I wouldn't mind getting short here though, just to try it out, although I don't want to be risky with a 25K account because I don't have as much room for drawdown. But we could not close on the 10-minute chart below. Let me see if the nor the 5-minute. We had this level marked out here on the 30-minute chart, I believe. No, it must have been the 1 hour. Let's see. Yeah, right here we had this. We had level here that we couldn't break past, as well as here. Massive liquidity sweeps on the 1 hour charts. We did break through here but couldn't hold it. Massive rip back up. Again, could not hold it in this level here as well, so we just kind of marked that for like a little key level, and we held perfectly above it right on the opening candle here. So let's see what happens here. We're gonna try to get this. I think if we close back above this area that we had marked out here from the low, I think we might go for a long if we close above it, a short if we kind of sweep this level. So here we go. What is this? Latest updates. Okay, what do we got here tomorrow for news? Okay, it's not gonna update yet. All right, cool. Go to the 2-minute chart on here. Just being patient. I have a feeling we're gonna get bought right back down, but at the same time, I just don't want to. I don't want to jump in too early on this because I really don't feel like putting on that risk right now. If I did take the trade, I would only risk about, with one contract, I would only risk about $150, which would be about, what is that, like 30 ticks? Yeah, 30 ticks. So we're risking 30 ticks on this, but we're not going to be entering through TradingView. We're going to be on the daytraders.com platform. Just waiting for the entry here. I think we can get a really good move here. We just gotta wait for the right time. Alright, so we are going up. Let me mark this level out on here just so we know where that low is that we closed out on Friday. If we start seeing some resistance right here, I'm just gonna try to wait for a little sweep here, and then just kind of risk one contract short after the candle closes if we do get a sweep, because I do think we could get a sell-off before we go higher, and that would be a nice little scalp for us. I don't mind taking like 2 or 3 trades to get to our 450 goal, because we can only hit 30% consistency on this account, so we just got to watch out for that. We can't go over 450. We can, but I just want to kind of take it easy, get 450 for 3 days in a row, or 3 days in general. We might take a loss one day, who knows, or break even. I don't want to go like crazy and make like 1K, because then I have to make up for that down the road, and I don't really want to make this harder than it has to be. We do have a Top Step account that's a 50K, so we'll be trading that tomorrow for actual market open, possibly an hour before open, pre-market. I'll take a look at what the market looks like. Let's go back to trading view. We are rejecting at this level. I do want to see a sweep though, because 9 times out of 10 we don't just exactly hit off of my levels. We always try to do a sweep if it's going to reverse, but it could do anything really. I mean, I just like to play it safe, be patient, and wait for the actual manipulation, if you want to call it that. That's what I call it sometimes. You know, people are going to get long here if it breaks out above either this low, or maybe, you know, for the full gap fill, and then the stop losses will be like above this candle. It'll go up. Well, if you go short, they'll be above this candle, so I'll wait for the liquidity sweep, and then once we go back down, the people that went long might get stopped out, and then we'll just have like a, you know, massive cliff dive down here, back down to the low. That's just one way that it could go, or we could just have a monster, you know, moonshot up here to this level, which is like a recent high from Friday as well. A lot of things can happen. I do think it'll go down for us though. I don't think we'll see any rip up on a Sunday open, but you never know. There is a little sweep here on the 2 minutes. We will wait and see how this candle closes here. 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. We got that sweep that we wanted. If this closes red here, we can always wait for the a slight pullback, and then we could enter, have our tight stop loss just above this wick right here. That will be, I'll be pretty satisfied with that play. I'll be comfortable to hold that to the downside then. It's not like we got too excited and got in right away or anything, so let's see here. There's not really much going on. Trend line we just opened, so I mean, we do have like that we can mark. Technically we are below that now. It's just a little 2-minute trend, nothing too crazy. We could easily close back above that. 30 seconds left on the candle. See what happens here. But after this candle, we're going to get ready and take a trade, I think. I'm pretty sure this is going to close red, but find out here in a second. If it does close red, like I said, I'm going to wait for a little pullback, and then we're going to send it. My stop will be probably either at the top of this wick or at the top of this one now. Here we go. We're going to get ready to enter this trade. Go to the 1 minute here. Let's get the sell order ready. 1 contract. I forget if I click confirm and send now if it goes through, or if I have to do one more. We'll find out here in a minute. Okay, pulling back. I'm gonna wait another second here. I want to make sure this thing actually is going down. I don't want it to be a fake out on me. See what happens. Just got to be patient with it, or else you can get screwed over really fast with tight stop losses like I'm doing right now. There we go. It's still strong here for a minute. All right, rejection, strength. 5 seconds left on the 1 minute candle here. Gonna wait this out a minute because we did close green with no wick on the top. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna get short here right now, and I actually can't really put a. I forgot there's no brackets for this, so I'm gonna just sell limit, or damn, I don't know how this. I don't really like doing it this way, but I guess I'll just do a order right there. What is that for? I don't know how this platform works fully. I'll just do a manual exit here. Let me get that ready here. Positions. Where did my positions go? There it is. So I just been right clicking this and then close with market. I think I have a window that pops up. Yeah. We'll just get that ready. We're up 40 right now. Just kind of holding through this, hoping we get the close below here. We closed red, but I want to see a rip down here. My mental hard stop would be above this third wick right here, but if we do close above this candle here, I might get out and just re-enter later, because let me see how many ticks that would be. Doesn't show my entries on the chart. I think they're still working on that, so we just got a new platform, you know, getting used to it. Where did we enter at? I mean, it was about, let me go to the orders. I don't want to take this away though, just in case we rip up. Let's just say we entered at the bottom of that. We said 30 ticks, so that's about just above this wick on the most recent candle here. I think that's where we would get out. We'll shoot for the bottom, the low of this wick here, 88 ticks. I think that's a good spot to get out. Let's see what we're up right now. We're up 180. I'm just gonna close it because we only need 450 for the actual whole day. This is just the pre-market session, or the Sunday open, I should say. So we're, you know, if we get 450 during this session, we don't even have to trade the volatile market open tomorrow. We can just focus on just top step. That'll be nice. So 180, we're at 176 after fees. I got out right there honestly because I see all these buyers still on the volume profile, and we aren't really getting heavy momentum to the downside here. I was expecting it to keep ripping down after we got in based off of this. I mean, it was slightly higher volume than the previous few candles, but I still think we're a little bit bullish and might still pull back and just kind of chop around a little bit before we go down. So I figured I would just scalp that off just for to be safe about it. Just got to be safe right now with this lower volume, that's all. We'll just be patient here and wait for the next entry. I was just going to record this session and then like kind of edit, you know, and then post it later with like my profits popping up on the screen like I used to do a few videos ago, but I figured, you know, some of you guys might want to see this live. It might help some people just seeing a full layout, you know, talking about what I'm thinking. We still have a gap here to fill up top on the volume profile. You can see that right there. I'm going to mark that out with a rectangle here. We still have a gap that we didn't fill there, so I think it wants to go up and fill that the rest of the way. That would be, what are we at, 533? That would get us to through the 570s there. We might want to go up here and test the 580s out, and then depending on what we do at the if we break through the 80s, I can see us tapping 600 up here, which would be right around these little couple wicks right here, which happens to be a previous area of liquidity right there from last week. Makes sense. You just gotta look at it, think about the plan here, you know. and then see what the market gives you. Last week I was just completely going, crazy on my Top Step accounts. I think we blew like 3 evals, which is, it's whatever. I kind of was asking for it. I was just messing around with like 5 contracts on the 50K account, so I was max size, pretty much just full gambling the evals, trying to pass. But this time I'm going to just stick with 1 contract, and we're going to try to actually get a payout this time. I don't care if it takes 2 weeks to get it. I just want to be able to lock one in here so we can get some more accounts with that profit or that payout, and then we can do like copy trade like 5 accounts on Top Step X, and then that would be nice. Get a nice chunk paid out once those evals are passed. Little trend line here on the 2-minute chart. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like. 5 minutes sloppy right now. We did break that one right up here. Had a little candle here on the break. Break was about there, so about 65 ticks safely you could have had right there. A lot of people do 50 ticks with this low volume. Some people like to try to hold it out overnight. It just depends on the momentum and the volume for that session. Let's see, what's your strategy? So all I use is liquidity, trend lines, as you can see right here, and then I use key levels. Basically, you can call it a pivot point. A lot of people call them pivot points, key level, whatever you want to call it, same difference. As you can see right here, we had a little bit of a sweep above this low, this previous low right here. I do mark previous highs and lows just because we tend to get some liquidity sweeps through those areas a lot. And then you just kind of got to be patient, and like, if you got to figure out where the candle is going to close at. Like, go through the 5-minute, go through the 2-minute, maybe even go on the 15-minute and take a step back here and look at it. You kind of have to be ready and act quick, because but the thing is, you don't want to be too fast. You want to be patient at the same time. So as soon as this broke this low, a lot of people possibly went long right there, but then we had this sweep back down here, and then you're just going to get stopped out. So you got to wait, be patient, see if it's going to sweep, or see if it's going to keep continuing higher, getting that momentum that we need to go higher, for example. And then you just kind of get an edge, your own edge, after using this strategy for so long. You get better at it, you get faster, you get more patient, smarter with your trades. So just keep it simple, trend lines, liquidity sweeps, pivot points, or key levels. Like I use rectangles most of the time, and then for my lows and highs, I'll just use the the horizontal ray, and then I'll have the horizontal line if there's like a key level on like a higher time frame, which I think I have some on the 4-hour. These white lines right here, that's my horizontal line. As you can see, I did that because if you look farther out on the chart, we're kind of ranging somewhat. Well, we broke out of it here, which I did mark that on the what's that called, like the horizontal ray, and then the horizontal lines I marked like the inner range. So we bounced twice at the bottom here so far. Once right here, came down, rejected a little bit, but then we broke through, caught a nice, that was a good, how many ticks was that? 1,300 ticks after breaking that level, and then we managed to get back above it, came up, broke this high of the range, retested right here. So there's key levels you got to look for. Even though we're breaking through them, that's what you got to kind of watch out for intraday. If we're around those, hot major key levels, like this is a 4-hour range right here. Like I'm gonna watch out if we get close to any of these. I'm gonna really watch out that day and see if we kind of want to break through that. Because if we do break through this, then we're looking at this low here, maybe the one I have marked here, this area here. You just kind of have to manage your take profit areas obviously with the 25K account, you're going to be not taking a full, 100, 200 ticks if you're only going for 450 for the day. You're just gonna, you can hold it until you get to 450, and then you're gonna close it out, because you don't want to break that 30% consistency rule, because then you're kind of just overshooting your profit, your daily profit goal. It's just gonna come back on you later. You're gonna have to make even more money, which not a big deal if you know what you're doing, but I like to pass as fast as possible. I do have this 1 hour marked out on here for later, just in case we do come back up to test the high sometime this week. I'll show you that. As you can see, little green candle to a massive bear flag there. I just kind of marked that out as a zone. So if we break 50% and close on like a higher time frame, like the 15-minute or even like the 5 possibly, I'll enter on like a sweep or a retest, and then we'll go up, maybe have our TP up here somewhere on my 50K account, because that's 500 ticks, like we don't even need the whole thing. We just need 100 ticks on the 50K account. Maybe get like 1,500 profit with 2 contracts or something. Might stick with 1. Depends how good the volatility is and stuff that day. That's not a real strategy. Do you record any data? What's your win ratio? I do have, this is a fresh account, so I can't really show you any data yet, but I do have, I only traded 1 day on my Top Step X account. Once I continue to keep that account going, I can show you my win ratio, but I'm doing prop firms right now. I don't have a live account at the moment. I'm just trying to get payouts through prop firms right now. That's just the strategy I use. You don't have to use my strategy, but it's been working for me. I almost had a $2,000 payout in the bag with Apex. I already had it. I just needed one more day of $50 or more, and of course I got a little excited that day. I tried to go for the full 2,700 payout, and I tried to get my 785 daily profit target day. So I went like 5 contracts on the 150K account, and right away I was down $500, and I tried to go 5 contracts again to bring it back, and then I lost another $500. Then I was down 1,000, and then I just I got a little excited pretty fast, and then I was at work while doing it, and I ended up blowing the entire PA account. But it happens. I will make sure next time I'll just go, if I'm already up 2K for a payout, I'm on Apex or something, any prop firm, but I was on Apex 150K account, I'll just do my $50 needed for the day just to lock that in. So yeah, keeping it simple, it works for me. Yeah, I do sometimes break my rules. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody does. I'm by no means a professional trader at all. I'm just trying to follow the rules of the prop firms here, get paid out. That's good enough for me for now. As I get payouts, I'm gonna use those payouts to buy more accounts so I can copy trade them and then take my time with it. I don't care if it takes me like a whole month to get a payout across like 5 accounts on Top Step, because that's like 5 to 10,000 for just if I just hit a 2,000 payout across the 5 accounts. I don't care if it takes me a month. Like I said, that's still $10,000 for the month. I'll be happy with that until I get the ball rolling here for the year. It's been a slow start to the year for me. I should have got that Apex payout and already had 5 accounts through them, but like I said, I overtraded. I broke a rule. I didn't lock myself out for the day. It was a rough day on the market. I have it recorded if you want to watch it on my channel. I crashed out pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty bad. Watching, editing the video later on, man, it was so hard to edit. Like, what did I even do that day? My odds would be, hey man, I can get on blackjack too, but I don't know. I like trading better. I just love keeping my stuff simple. I mean, you can come check it out here in a few weeks here, see if I got the payout from daytraders.com or my Top Step X account. Let me see if I can pull. You see how we're kind of hoarding this low here though from Friday? This is what I was talking about. This is on the 1 minute. We keep on sweeping this level, so it doesn't really want to break out right now. But that doesn't mean I go short right away. We could still try to fill this gap. So I kind of like to go over to the 5 minute and see, look at the volume on the 5 minute candle here. Look how low it's getting. We got 3 wicks now, 4 wicks up top here. It does not want to break through yet. So it's just kind of chopping around here right now. I could take a really safe play, and if we do reject this candle one more time, I could do like a short, and then my stop would be at the top of this candle right here. Hello? Alright. Alright, bye. Love you. Yeah, so looks like we're going to actually go for the gap fill. Now this could sweep and reject again, so you don't want to enter. You don't want to get excited here on this. You could if you want to be risky, but that would be like playing blackjack right there if you just started getting in real early before the candle closed, which I was doing like last week. Full size, like just completely gambling the account. It worked sometimes, but you know, you don't want to do that. If you're trying to get like consistent payouts, you don't want to you know, full max contract your account. So well, I mean, good for you, man. Hopefully you're making some good profits on the stocks there. I don't have the capital to really make good money on stocks right now, so that's why I'm kind of using the prop firms, man, trying to build up my capital so I can start investing in my long-term stocks more and more. Yeah, man. I know I'm not saying I don't revenge trade at all. Yeah, I definitely overtrade. I definitely get excited and revenge trade some days. I'm trying to break that habit. That's why I'm going only one contract and taking a lot less trades, being very patient with my trades. I know how to do that. I just, after I blew my Apex account, you know, I went off on the tilt a little bit I lost control. I was trying to get a fast payout. You know, I really wanted those 5 accounts, and I didn't want to buy them out of pocket. I wanted to get them from a payout, but I learned, you know, I've quickly realized, like, obviously you got to take your time with it. It's not gonna happen overnight. So these new accounts are gonna be, I'm taking my time with them. So like I said, it might take me a month to get my payout. The Apex one would have been in 10 days that I got it, but on the 10th day I blew the account. So if I was trading like I do right now with one contract, taking my time to see what the market does before I actually enter, then I would never have blown that account. I might have had a red day, but the account would still be with me right now, and I would just still be slowly getting to my full payout. Or I could have taken, you know, the very next day I could have made over $50, and that would have been my 8th trading day, and I could have pulled out 1,500 profit instead. As you can see, we just filled that gap right here on the well, here's the 5-minute chart here. We got 40 seconds left on the candle. So 2-minute closed pretty much at the top of the zone here. We're having a little sweep. Like I was telling you guys, once we get the sweep here and start kind of curling back over, we could take the short. Or if we break out, I would say above this wick right here, if we get up here and close above here, I might look for a little scalp to the upside, but we're up 180 right now, so let's just be patient. $2,000. Yeah, I used to trade small cap stocks. I have a lot more fun on futures, to be honest. I'm just trying to focus on getting prop firm payouts here. I really want to, once I get a couple accounts going, copy trading them, then we'll start taking our time getting larger payouts. Then the ball will be rolling pretty good. It's just getting over that first couple payouts of the year, getting things going. We'll be good though. Trade Zero and Trade Gappers. Never heard of them before. Do they offer like margin or something like that? Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, I've been trading for a while too, man. Like, I think this is gonna be my 5th year. Halfway through this year will be 5 years. I started with stocks, went to options. Now I'm on futures. Lost a lot of money learning. Like I said, I just stopped the live account for now. I'm just going over to the prop firms here to try to Sweet. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll do some leveraged small cap stocks or something like that here. But I'll try that possibly after a few payouts. I just want to get these. I was supposed to get a payout in January for the first month of the year, but like I said, I screwed that up, but it's no big deal. We're gonna get there. We're just taking our time here. Hey girl, what are you doing? Little rescue pup came to visit. Alright, so oh my gosh. Whenever I put my arm on my mouse, my dog likes to grab underneath my arm and just kind of swing it. So it almost shoots my I have a camera sitting here. It almost shoots it off the desk every time. So we are up 180. Let me go over here to, let me see if I can go on my top step and show you guys what's going on that. I don't have much stats on there, but I can show you what I have so far. I think I only traded 1 day on there. Let's see here. Performance. Well, I do have some stuff to show you here. I mean, it's not much, but it's only 1 day of trading. I took 14 trades, all one contract. My win rate was 57%, profit factor 1.46. I made 360 that day. It was just one con. Like I said, my worst trade was 129, and my average loser was 129. Sorry, my average winner was 142. My worst trade was 217, and then best trade was 417. I'm trying to learn to, like I said, keep the stop tight, and when it's going my way, focused on trailing my stop as we go in our favor, and just kind of get a larger, like, my risk to reward ratio should be a lot higher now that I'm doing it this way. So that's why I'm able to lose a little bit more. I can, like I said, 57%, and I still came out on top. So I can lose 55 to 60% of the time. Would be a good number for me the way that I'm trading currently. Trying it out here. Just realized that it didn't pop the window up for you guys. Let me see if I can figure out why. There we go. Yeah, sorry guys. For some reason it didn't pick it up the first time. Anyway, here's the screen. I'll go over it again real quick. So 360 total profit. Win percent was 57. I had 6 losers, 8 winners. Average win, average loss, 1.10. 142 being the green, and 129 in the red. Profit factor was 1.46. Total gain for the day was 1100. Total loss 776. Down here was my worst trade that I was talking about, 217, and then 417 best trade. Trade direction was 64.29%. Here's my win rate analysis. So you can see I had the one that I had a massive win on was I was holding it for about like an hour and 20 minutes. I think that's what that means right there. 1 hour, 2 hours. Oh, 1 to 2 hours. I mean, I think it was honestly, if I can remember correctly, I got on, it was around like 9:30 I entered. I got off around 11:30. So yeah, it was about a 2-hour trade that we took. I actually have that on video. It was like I forget what day it was on. It was like a Thursday night, I believe, after hours. It was the Asia session. That's what this trade was from. So we did not trade this on, New York exchange so far. So we will be doing that tomorrow, though. Hopefully get a little bit bigger of a move that we can hold out. It was a rough week last week for a lot of people, actually. I don't know if you guys traded last week, but it was a little bit volatile, kind of choppy some days. Let's jump back over the chart here. So we could not break above this level that I was talking about yet. It's not really a key level, but just basing off of, more likely if we close above this wick right here, we're likely to try to go for this high right here, this recent high as well. We swept there before, so there could be liquidity up there resting. We don't know. Just gotta assume and take action whenever you can. Just gotta, like, you just gotta create an edge, like I said. That's one random day. No, the thing is though, once I blow an eval or something, like, it doesn't save my data. So I have to, once I restart an account, if I had a live account, it would save it, which I do have. I do have a live account from the past 3 years. It's currently in the red because I started trading prop firms about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and not like heavy. This year I'm going heavy with it. Like, I'm on here like every day. I'm trying to get payouts now, like getting serious with it. Before, it was just me, learning how they worked, getting better with trading futures from options, which is a lot easier for me. I like it. It's a lot more fun. Cleaner chart action, I believe. I don't know, I like it. I like trading NQ. I was trading gold there for a little while. Gold was treating me pretty well, but yeah, I favor NQ. Most people do. Alright, so we did break out of that area, so let's see if we sweep it or hold this level here. It could be ready for a pullback any minute. But the more momentum we get, the more we go up. Getting a phone call again. Hello? Alright. Yeah, I know. Alright. See. Oh, I see what you're saying. Manually enter my data, that way I have it no matter what. I can start doing that for sure. I didn't even think about that, honestly. I just was kind of using my strategy, following my plan, my rules, trying to get a payout. I wasn't even thinking about recording the prop firm evals. Once I get to a PA stage, I'll probably start recording it, but I don't really like the evals are just kind of like you either pass it or you fail it. I mean, a lot of people actually get like 10 accounts, they'll fail 5, they'll pass the other 5, get their payout, and then they'll be positive. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do the prop firms here. I'm just trying to use this little 25K account, maybe get like I think I can get $1,000 payout 3 times a month. So one payout, initial payout, would be good to buy 5 accounts on Top Step, so that way we can have copy trade 5 on here. That would be pretty nice. And then we'll go for a 5 PA accounts or 5 XFA accounts through Top Step, and then we will try to go for a 10K payout over the course of a month. We'll give ourselves plenty of time for that. Looks like we closed above that area that we talked about, but the volume is still very low, so we're going to be patient here and wait for an actual entry. Could go down for the retest of the low here, but we don't know yet. That's why we got to react what the market gives us here. Let's see what we have back farther here. See if there's any key levels that we're about to reach. We do, like I said, we had this area here. It shows on the volume profile a little bit. Might mark it. I don't know if I want to mark it with a rectangle or just like a horizontal line. It's not really the best key level that we could have drawn on here, but there is we did sweep this area multiple times right in this area here. But the volume profile showing it's up higher, kind of, where we could see some reaction. We're gonna we're gonna zoom in a little bit so this updates. We're gonna trust what the volume profile is giving us for right now. It should be somewhere around this area. Yeah, right here. That's what the volume profile is telling us. And usually whenever I do it this way, it'll give me like an actual reaction right there. We did have like this little block right here. I don't really think it's gonna do too much there right now with the low volume, but it gives us an idea of what we're going to do here, where we could possibly see some trouble. I'll also mark this little high right there. Yeah, I know there's not a shortcut. That's why I was mentioning I'm gonna take my time to get that payout over the course of, a month. This is futures, not forex. Aim for 1 to 2 trades a day. That's usually the goal, but with my current strategy, I have super tight stop losses, and this is a very volatile market. So if I lose my first 2 trades and I'm only down 300 with 2 trades, my fourth or my third trade could actually be my like $600, $700, $800 profit if I actually catch my pivot point correctly. The goal is to wait, be patient, and react after a sweep and catch the pivot point perfectly, but that doesn't always happen. Won't work on futures. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Check that out. There's the breakout that I was talking about. If we close above this wick right here, which we are about to right now, but We are breaking out to the high here, recent high. We had a lot of liquidity here, so I'm not surprised that we came up here right now. Just gotta. I wasn't gonna enter that because we could have easily rejected back down to this low right here. So to me, that wasn't really the best setup. Now the move, if you wanted to play this a lot safer, I could have, right when we closed at the top of this zone right here, that was above 50%. We could have easily went long. I mean, whatever you say, man. You can see it play out right now. It's going to react either at this high or it's going to react at this zone right here. It's either going to reject 50% here or it's going to reject, you know, somewhere around this high point right here. You gotta, it's hard to, you gotta like predict what the market's going to do before it happens. You can't like base everything off of before. You kind of, because everything's going to be new, you know. You use what happened before to kind of predict and set yourself up for a good setup. What's happening right now, it's hard to, you can't guess. You just got to do what the market gives you. These might not play out at all. It might break right up through there. You never know. I play what the market gives me. I have this on here to try to guide me. That's what I'm saying. I know I can't predict the markets, but I'm guiding myself based off of what I'm seeing on the market, and then I react based off of what the market shows me. That's how you gotta do it. Keep it simple, you know. If we get a trend break and we close underneath the trend line, I'm gonna take that trend with a tight stop. If it wants to respect my trend line, it's gonna keep going down. I'm gonna trail my stop, break even, and then I'm going to keep going into profit. If I get a pullback on me, I'll stop out for in profit. I closed the short from Friday. Yeah, man, that was a good short up here at the 720s all the way down to the 620s. I'm sure you got out when we opened though, but either way, massive move if you got that short from up top here. After that bear flag formed right there. There we go. Breaking up through the highs here. Like I said, it could break up right through here. That means we're probably gonna just, like I said at the beginning of the video here, we're gonna moonshot this thing the whole way up if we break this, if we hold above this gap. There was no reaction here at all. We still have 2 minutes on the candle, so we could close under there and do a sweep. Very bullish Sunday open right here. Let's see if anybody else is on. I might actually get off here for a little bit and then just come back later, because I got some things going on in the house right now. Got to get dinner ready and stuff like that. So you got it higher than that? Nice, man. That was a good play. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, if you guys watch, like, if you guys tune into the lives a little bit more, you'll kind of see like how I trade. I can make a full video on it once I'm gonna wait till I actually get payouts though, because there's no point in me showing you guys any strategy or anything without proving to you that I got the actual payout. And so far this year, I did not get any payouts yet. I almost, locked one in, but I was only doing one at a time until I got a payout. Then I'm gonna go 5 accounts, sorry, and then we're gonna try to get a payout across 5 accounts, and then after that, then we're gonna look at hooking up Replicanto and doing 10 to 20 accounts after a few payouts with the 5 accounts. So yeah, it'll compound over the course of the year. If you just keep tuning in throughout the year, I'm sure you'll start to kind of learn how I trade and see that I got something going on here. I just keep it simple. A lot of people trade this way like I do. A lot of people on YouTube that live stream that you might know, they trade similar to me. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the rectangles because with the center line, because a lot of times I'll draw like this level right here, this 1 hour that I have. No, this is a 10-minute. The 1 hour is up higher. This 1 hour up here, when we do get up there eventually again, it's probably gonna mess around on the 1 hour chart at this 50% level. If you actually chart these out and look for yourself, you'll notice like for example, we closed above 50% here, so I could take the long right there, and then if we reject under 50% here and start going back down, I might wait for one more retest and then get in short right here, because we're rejecting under 50%, so it's a better chance to go down a little bit before breaking through there. So I'll take a scalp to the downside even though we just ripped up to there. You know, call it a pivot point, call it a zone, key level, whatever vocab you guys use. Then you need to change video to live gambling. How is it not proper though? I mean, I only took one trade so far. We got 176 profit off of I saw this rejection wick right here. Waited, and then we got like a little pullback. I took the short, and then we went down a few ticks, and I got out. Trust me, man. I know. I've been trading for a while too. I lost a lot of money as well learning, so it's drilled up here in my mind already. I also trade with my cousin and my my other best friend. We've been trading together all these years as well, so we hold each other accountable for stuff like that. I've told them, they've told me, keep the mistakes kind of at a minimum over time. Yeah, technical. I mean, hey, it's random, but it's my strategy. It works for me. That's all that matters, right? Oh, trust me. I was gambling the day I lost a whole account in one day after being up that much. I was full contracts on that thing. I was a full, what is it, 10 to 15 contracts I was in that day, just full out degen, like, you know, gambling that day. I paid the price. I lost my PA account on Apex. Could have went one contract, possibly made one trade and collected my 2K payout, but yeah, man, we need to make this money. Yeah, if you guys tune in here, I might be on later, or I will be on tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm gonna go live tomorrow morning. I will be having to go into work, so I might just have to record it for you guys and then kind of edit the video later. But I might bring my laptop in and try to do a little like an hour or two live from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. or something like that. So if you do want to tune in, just kind of, if you want to see when I get on, just go up there and hit the bell on YouTube and it'll notify you, which you guys should already know that if you watch YouTube a lot. But that's what I do. I watch some people on live as well sometimes, so that's what I do. Because I will be getting back on for sure. Right here we could wait for a entry long if we wanted to, but I don't want to rush into anything here because I have to go, like I said, I have to go get dinner ready. So I wouldn't mind taking a long right here, to be honest. We could try it. My stop will be very tight. Let's go to the 1 minute. Have to get used to this platform. It's kind of, my stop would be at the bottom of these wicks right here.
Honey, I know you're busy. Did you do the dogs? Oh, that's so nice of you. Thanks. Thank you.
Let me go to this chart here and watch this. My stop's at the bottom of the wick, the low of the wick right here. Take profit would be right around the top of this wick, I would say. If we get a little break back up. And we're looking for the close too, not just if we tap it. Yeah, I will do my best to work towards a better analysis. I definitely will, I promise. For now, I'm going to keep trying what I'm doing here and see if it works for me. I'll adjust it as I need to, but I like to keep things as simple as possible. We might get out here. I'm just going to get out for the 135 because we did go up close to that wick. I don't want to get swept out on right here. So we're up 267 right now for the open. Wow, look at that. If I would have just held a little bit longer, that's what I'm saying. Like, trying to catch the bottom of stuff like that, and then my take profit, I'll just trail it up. We would have overshot our profit right there for sure. But wow, look at that massive candle though. Let's talk about this. Good 92 ticks roughly we could have just had right there. That's crazy. But like I said, we rejected that. We came back to retest and we could not go down and break underneath this 50%. We had a little sweep right here. I got in really early on this. My stop was down here somewhere, like underneath this wick if we closed there, and we just kind of waited for this thing to pull back up to the high to break it again. Could have waited for the breakout for sure, but I do have to get going here, so I wanted to just scalp that real quick. So that'll be everything for the Sunday open here. I will get back on if I see anything. So thank you guys for hanging around, and I will work on keeping track of my trades so I can actually show you guys stuff. But like I said, nothing means anything until I get actual payouts to prove you guys that I'm profitable on the prop firms, or else nobody's going to want to see my strategy or anything like that. So I'm not going to fake anything and like say, oh, I make so much money, so you know, here's my strategy. I'm also probably not going to ever make like a course and sell it, because my strategy is real simple. There's not anything I can fit in a course. I mean, I can just tell you guys right now. I already told you guys right there. That's all I do. So anyway, I will keep at it here. We'll try to get this payout on daytraders.com. We got Top Step X. We'll be messing around with this as well. Had a previous zone here that we're hitting on the 2-minute. Closed just above 50%. Looks like it wants to reject there a little bit. I'll check back up here a little later, figure out what's going on. Bull Riders trading all day long, baby. You guys have a good rest of the night. See you guys later.